Howdy, everybody, and welcome to a Thunderdome Thursday edition of the BT. I'm barking almost like a chicken. And that's a
like,
good...
And it's not a headless chicken like we discussed yesterday.
No headless. Well, they probably are headless. But they
deadless.
are battered and deep fried. And we have 212 chicken nuggets in the studio today. 212 chicken nuggets today. I think we're going to have 7 eaters, and we are going to see how many of these chicken nuggets that we can get through. 3 sauces. Richard, the ladies over here need to take your order. What kind of sauce would you like?
No sauce.
Whoa, sauce.
We're
He's
raw
a
dogging the chicken
non-saucy boy.
nuggets.
Oh, look, Kay's going to bring it in. Here's proof.
Vanna White Nagley.
Vanna White
Nagley. There you go. Vanna Nagley.
Kate Bickham is producing our show today. Here's Kaylee Dreyer. She's got Richard's first batch of 10.
She's such a creep. She doesn't want to walk and be seen on camera.
Kate Bickham is producing the show today. Kate, I'm just going to let you know we're probably going to have a lot of in and out door opening, and we're okay with that. We're not a serious show, in case you haven't figured this out. Okay, so if you're tuning in, that's the goal today. If you know that Thunderdome Thursdays, we have a bit. The bit today is eating chicken nuggets. And we were told by members of the Blonde Brigade that they are good at eating chicken nuggets. And then come to find out, it was like, okay, you're good at eating chicken nuggets. How many does that mean that you can eat? And then we were told like 12 to 15. Like, Richard, we're going to have to do some heavy lifting. Luke Evangelist is creeping around here somewhere. And... creeping around is what Kaylee Dreyer does. Luke Evangelist is walking around here somewhere, and he claims that he is a foodie and he can really eat. So we're going to need Luke and Cade to pick up some slack here if the girlies who do have a birthday dinner to go to later are not going to eat until their heart's content, if they're trying to save room. But let's be real, Richard. Whenever these girls go to a birthday dinner, I don't think that they're going to dinner to eat. They're going to dinner to do the other thing. The opposite.
I agree. They're going to drink.
You know what? I'm glad you're doing this with your mouth.
I'm going to talk with my mouth full. We're going to eat this many chicken nuggets. Also, you asked me a question as I was putting an oddly shaped nugget in my mouth. Like, how else am I supposed to do this? How else am I supposed to carry on the show without talking with my mouth full?
We're going to do this.
Sorry, Mom. I know that's very rude and disgusting, but I have to.
I got a DPZ. No free ads. But as we embark on this journey, what is your number? Like, how many do you think you can get down?
Comfortably, I know I can get down 30. I'm shooting for 40.
30? Wow.
I mean, I'm
ambitious.
I'm already 5 in.
Cade, what do you think? What's your number?
I don't have any yet, but I think I could get through 20.
Well, 20. Come load you up a plate, bro.
Yeah, I'll come get some in a second here. I gotta do some other stuff first.
Oh, he's too busy. Bickham is busy.
Busy Bickham on the B team.
So we are going to try to get through a regular Thursday show. We have a ton of games to pick. The college football slate this Saturday is incredible. If you've been looking at any kind of sports media this week, you already know that. We're going to pick all these games. But we want to start with Kate, I hate to put you to work while you're busy. I sent you that video that I wanted to play. And
yes,
I do not.
I'm about to edit it right now.
Okay. Let me know as soon as that's available, because we're going to start with a little bit of baseball, because we talked yesterday about the Seattle Mariners and Cal Raleigh. Last night, the big dumper hits home run number 59 and 60. Him setting the American League record is definitely in the cards now. The Mariners have clinched the AL West, so we'll see how much he plays over the final couple games. But he could get there. I mean, 60 home runs as a catcher is insanity.
It is insane. And one, can we talk about how good of a nickname the big dumper is? 2, 60 as a switch hitter is insane. 3, 62 is the American League record set by Aaron Judge a couple years ago. You can remember when they would cut in on your college football games to watch every Aaron Judge at bat. Thank you, Mr. Luke Evangelist.
Luke, how many can you eat?
God, I
hate you. I hate.
He goes 6. He doesn't have a mic on, but he goes, maybe 6, 7. That would have fit perfectly on yesterday's show, Evangelist. It would have fit perfectly on yesterday's show. Anyways.
Can you give us a real number, you clown?
I'm still kind of full from lunch, so like probably 20. Thank you.
25 or 30. Callie Garner's in here. Callie's helping us out. Callie, prediction on how many chicken nuggets you can eat?
Oh, my God.
I hate this whole
you
generation.
guys are the worst. You guys are the worst.
The worst generation.
Last night, so I want to go back to the Seattle Mariners in just a second. But last night during the Texas A&M volleyball match, I forget if it was the second set or the third set, the game was tied at 6-6. And on the scoreboard, Texas A&M is listed on the left and Missouri's listed on the right. It seemed like everybody was pulling for Mizzou to win that specific point, and they did, and the place went insane. They were going like this for like 2 minutes straight. It was nuts. Anyways, back to the Seattle Mariners and the big dumper. You're right. He does have a fantastic chance to get to 62 and beyond, mostly because he gets to play that vaunted Los Angeles Dodgers bullpen, so you're going to be on watch for the big dumper home run watch every night from the 6th inning through the 9th.
You know, I've officially changed my stance on the Astros because you managed to throw some Dodgers in there. I'm frustrated. The season's dead. But I can't get too mad because I've decided the injuries are legit. And if I was going to hold A&M baseball to that same standard, like, hey, the injuries were a legitimate reason why they didn't reach their full potential, then I would say the same thing about the Astros. I don't think that's crazy.
No, I don't.
You can't have Pena and Alvarez and Paredes and Myers miss that much time, be that significant of players for your franchise, miss that much time as offensive players, and think that you're going to be the team you thought you were going into the preseason. So I'm disappointed with the Astros.
The only reason I brought the Dodgers up is because they are playing them this weekend. The Dodgers go to Seattle, and yes, Cal Raleigh's going to be on record watch, and because I have zero faith in my team's ability to get anybody out, let alone the best power hitter on the planet right now, I think he has a greater than 50% chance to get that record.
It's a joke that national talking heads saying that Aaron Judge is in this MVP race. No, he's not.
It's stupid. It's stupid.
Cal Raleigh
it's going to be unanimous. Oh. It is 1,000% going to be unanimous. Cal Raleigh's the American League MVP. There is no debate. What debate are you going to make? Seriously, I want to hear somebody make a good argument against Cal Raleigh.
Right.
And the only argument anybody's going to make against Cal Raleigh is going to come from anybody who might be voting who just so happens to live in the 5 boroughs of New York City.
Can you put 10 on there for me, Callie? That's how we're going to keep count. My first one was 12. These are going to be 10s. Thank you, ma'am.
10s.
You ate 10 already? So there's 10 down from Kay Nagley. Just keep... Who cares? Y'all are going to dinner not for the food.
I'm going to dinner. The bill's going to be less. You're welcome. Say thank you to your friend. She's saving you money by not eating as much at dinner tonight.
I got you that video, Brony.
Okay.
Oh, Cade Bickham.
Here is the video of the day yesterday. I'm sure you saw it all over social media. If you haven't,
it's kind of
and
hilarious.
You're listening to us, this is a video that it was a play in the Toronto Blue Jays versus Boston Red Sox. This ended the game yesterday on a 9-3 putout at first base. Go ahead and play it, and then I will say my piece and describe what happened, Kate, please. Here we go. Base hit to right field. Runner at first. The right fielder fields it on one hop and throws the hitter out at first base.
Oh,
the game is over.
Kirk is so fat.
Okay, that's where we need to start. What's the score of this game, Kate? I believe it's 7-0 or 7-1.
It looks like 7-1.
7-1, the Red Sox are winning. The hitter is Alejandro Kirk. Just let it keep playing, Cade. The hitter is Alejandro Kirk. If you're not a baseball fan, Alejandro Kirk is an all-star catcher that is essentially built like a bathtub. Like, I think that's a fair description. Like, he's built exactly like a bathtub. And, like, there's 1930s bathtubs. Very wide, very short. He does not run the best. Okay, also, he is spiking his helmet in the dugout after he got thrown out at first.
Dude, well, to be fair, that division not locked up, and it looked like a week ago Toronto was going to run away with the American League East.
Okay, can I tell you something?
What?
The right fielder should be in prison. You can't throw out Alejandro Kirk, a human marshmallow who's built like myself. Let him have his base hit.
So he's built like a bathtub and a human marshmallow.
Yes.
He's a human bowling ball.
Yeah, but he's kind of fluffy.
He looks like
Not kind of fluffy.
Violet Beauregard in like after she's had the gum that makes her into the blueberry.
Yeah. Well, and so the fact that he had the gall to throw that ball to first base. First, Alejandro Kirk was an all-star, and he's built like that. That should tell you about his abilities. Okay, he's an all-star, and he's built like an Oompa Loompa that plays catcher.
No, he's not built like an Oompa Loompa. Oompa Loompas are just short.
He's short, wide,
Oompa
tubby.
Loompas aren't fat. That guy's just fat.
Yeah, it's imagine like if you strapped a couple of mattresses around a fire hydrant.
Look at what we got going on here.
I think Richard needs some more chicken nuggets.
4 oblivious blondies. Yeah, Luke, I'm factoring you into that, even though you are decidedly a brunette.
Thank you, Kaylee.
Yeah, I know. We're not gonna.
Okay, we can't address them because they're not on mics. Back to my point. You have to let Alejandro Kirk, because he's built like that, have first base. That right fielder for Boston should do time in jail. Hey, just let him have his base hit. Don't embarrass him in front of the entire world. It's a base hit. You're up 7-1. Get the next guy out. It's game over. You win. I saw that and I was like, oh my God, this is not good for people built like me. It was a bad look.
Are we making fun of people built like you now?
We have been.
Forever?
Well, yes, mostly. Yes.
The
Mostly
Secretary
forever.
of Defense used to post on TexAgs. Oh, yeah. I knew that.
Anyway, thank you for pulling that video up, Cade. Disgusting. Despicable from the right fielder by the Boston Red Sox.
Cade, do you have time to pull up what I sent you? Can you do that right now? Yeah, it's 4 blondies over there.
Fire. That's good.
Luke Evangelist is definitely blonde, by the way.
Oh, God.
Luke Evangelist.
Why did you do that? Anyway.
Don't tempt me.
Last baseball thing we have on the agenda here, Richard. The AL Central, we need to talk about. Is that a choke job by the Detroit Tigers, or is it a Cleveland Guardians masterclass?
Bit of both.
I agree with Kate. It's a little bit of both. Did you see that over their last 25 games, the Detroit Tigers are averaging 2.02 runs per game? Not all of those games come against the Cleveland Guardians. Ooh, that's a burp, not a vomit. So like that's on them. Right, that's on them. Their offense is just absolutely non-existent. They're losing games that are even being started by Tarek Skubal right now.
I think you can see the pressure on Skubal.
That is a collapse from A.J. Hinch and the Detroit Tigers. But what has Riley Green done recently? What has Spencer Torkelson done recently? Beyond that, where's their star power?
I agree.
But at the same time, you have to give credit to Stephen Vogt and the Cleveland Guardians. They've been playing fantastic baseball. They've got one superstar on that team. It's Jose Ramirez. He might be the most underrated player in the entire sport, and he's leading them. And they're winning games in different fashions. They're going to blow it. They are playing baseball this month very similar to how the Milwaukee Brewers have played baseball for the last 5 months. Mm-hmm. They can beat you in any fashion they want. You want to get into a game that's going to require short game and small ball? Bet, we'll do it. You want to try and slug with us? We can do that too. We've got enough starting pitching where we can win a pitcher's duel, and our bullpen is good enough.
Can I get a refill, please?
I'm not convinced that they shouldn't be one of the favorites to win the American League.
I agree.
The entire American League. Yeah. They might be even one of the favorites to win the World Series with the way they're playing.
It's all about getting hot. I don't know if they're completed. Like if the best teams in the league play at their top of their ability, I don't think Cleveland can play with them. But Cleveland is playing at their best at the right time, and so if they catch a more talented club that is not playing, firing on all cylinders like they are, they certainly can beat them. Thank you, Kaylee. All right, I'm 22 in.
I'm like 12 in.
I'm 12 in.
You think we can do the whole thing?
Luke just said we're gonna body this in the next 20 minutes.
Oh my gosh, that's body this was the exact phrase I was about to use as well.
Oh my God, you guys
I hate this generation. All right.
Dalton Hughes chimed in on the chat, said that the Guardians sacrificed David Fry's face.
Oh, they did. Poor guy.
Dalton Hughes, high school classmate of David Fry.
David Fry is a Southland Strong member, Northwestern State Demon. What?
Yeah, Luke just also to chime in. They're on the men's basketball non-conference schedule.
If he's going to be in here and just chirp, he's got to sit behind the door.
Yeah,
he's just distracting.
He is chirper.
Northwestern State Demons are in what town in Louisiana?
Natchitoches.
Natchitoches. Can you spell it?
There's a T in there somewhere.
There's 2 T's.
I have no idea how to spell it.
It's Natchitoches.
Natchitoches.
Like snatch without a S.
That's a good chirp. It's a good snipe. Luke Evangelist used to play hockey as a kid. Do you think he ever scored any goals, or was he just on the team to chirp?
We talked about this today. If he and Kay Nagley got in a fight, it's not even. It's not even a fight.
Nagley pummels him. Takes one pound, and he's right in the ground like a railroad spike.
He's already got a chest
Callie,
that you can get a bowl of cereal.
I don't know if you would, Callie.
Okay. Peanut gallery.
Yeah, the peanut gallery. Luke just said he'd beat all 3 girls up. So
that's tough. Tough guy.
Ooh, cool, dude. That's really awesome. Congratulations. Okay. Luke's preparing to beat up the 3 girls in the office.
Well, as we are in the beginning stages of our eating contest here, would you care to take me through? Because I wasn't in the office when this whole thing went down with David and McGee and Swope. I left. I know about the birthday cake, but how did the dare come about that got David to eat an entire cake? Which I think there's money involved, but for a guy that is so health conscious that he weighs his food at work, for him to just up and eat an entire cake, it had to have been multiple thousands of dollars.
Yes. So you know the story behind the birthday cake.
Yes.
Apparently there's been a running bit where one of Stephen McGee's friends has been paying a college-age girl to follow him around and sing songs to him every night.
Singogram.
Yeah, like a singogram. Yeah, like a songgram thing. And Stephen McGee is about to celebrate his 40th birthday in the upcoming days. And she walks in the studio during the 9 o'clock hour and starts singing a song to him. And the perpetrator of the bit, the prank, finally revealed himself today by giving Stephen a 40th birthday cake. Kind of went to whatever grocery store, bought it. It's about yay big, right?
It looked like it was a product of Howard E. Butts.
Yeah, it might have been. And it kind of sits on our desk while Steven and Swope are doing their segment at the 9 o'clock hour. At the end of the segment, Swope is like, name your price. How much to eat the entire thing in the next 2 hours? And
McGee or Swope said that?
One of them, but definitely not both of them. But definitely not neither of them. I don't know who said what. Anyways, the 2 football players eventually decide to go in on $3,500 total dollars, U.S. American dollars, legal tender, singles too.
I'd have done it for $3,500. Eat a whole cake.
And Nuno,
he's got to be miserable right
now. Fell victim to the peer pressure, and he
was this money seen
no money seen, but they are going to pay him. They are going to pay him. I've been texting them all day. They are absolutely going to pay David his $35,000. 3,500. 3,500. Sorry, I added an extra 0. Sometimes I get a little dyslexic with my zeros and stuff like that. Brauny needs more chicken nuggets, ladies. Anyways,
I'm at 32.
And to David's credit, he mathematically, strategically went about it. He had different checkpoints in his mind when he needed to have a certain percentage.
Oh, there was a time limit on this?
Yeah, 2 hours. They agreed to the bet at 9:24 a.m. Central. Are we on standard time or daylight time right now? I can't remember. Doesn't matter. 9:24 a.m. And gave him 2 hours. David finished it at about 11:23:30. So he had about 30 seconds to spare, but he finished it. I have timestamps. I have a video with the time on it. He did it. It was all kosher. He 1,000% legally, whatever Like, he was a man of his word, and I believe McGee and Swoop are being man of their words as well.
So here's what we have found out about David Nuno.
Peer pressure works on him.
He has his price.
And peer pressure works on him.
So,
real quick before we continue, I do have a TexAgs premium chat to read.
go ahead.
B Team Brauny. I was also done with the Astros when I woke up 12 hours ago, but now they lead 9-0, now 9-1, in the 5th inning, and the two teams in front of them in the wild card race play each other this weekend. Not calling it that they will make the playoffs, but they have more than just a chance. Making the playoffs with all of these injuries would be a minor miracle.
And they do get to play Anaheim this week.
Yep.
Like,
I've done the math.
They dropped 2 to Oakland.
They should
the
sweep Anaheim.
I did the math earlier today. The Astros have to win out, and the Tigers have to go 2-2 to end the year.
It's possible.
Well,
what happens if what happens if the Astros go 1-3 and the Tigers go winless? Because that seems likely.
I
at this
think
point.
that
the Tigers have lost 8 in a row, Cade.
That's true, but the Astros are on 5 in a row, but also I think that the tiebreaker is head-to-head record, in which the Astros, I believe, have a worse head-to-head record.
Yes, they don't have the tiebreaker.
They don't have
over
the tiebreaker over the Guardians or the Tigers, so they need to be a game ahead by the end of the year.
Yeah, Nathan Harvey in the chat. I think McGee just said, how much would it take for you to eat that cake?
He might have.
And again,
and they got him up to 3,500.
Now we know. I mean, I wonder how high they would have gone. David might have got shafted out of this deal.
Whoa. Maybe. What was that hand signal, Nagley? I thought you went like, oh, I'm not going to do that because I'm actually on camera.
David has a price. We know that now.
And peer pressure works.
Well, I think the peer pressure, the price is part of the peer pressure. Like, if there was no money involved, you weren't going to peer pressure him into eating that whole cake for nothing. The money is what made him move.
But it was also like,
I wonder what else we can get him to
for
do.
the last hour, we were like, oh, you can't do that. And David's like, they're doubting me. People are doubting me. Don't doubt David Nuno. Don't doubt David Nuno. I think peer pressure played a role.
Hey, Luke, can you fill me up some more honey mustard, please? I got to have sauce.
Jenna just texted me, said, don't be dirty.
Don't be dirty.
I don't know what
We're
that
eating
means.
1,000 chicken nuggets. Yeah,
I don't know. What did I do?
Keep going. Use those forearm muscles. No, okay, good. Are we grossing out everybody in the chat? Is anybody entertained by this?
36 people are viewing.
So
one of them is K, though. At least one of them is over there.
We'll take it. Don't forget to like.
I guess, and at least one of them's me. Because
one of them's me. I just like my own video.
How many of our viewers are in the studio or actually on the show?
All right. Our continued victory, our first B team victory, continues, I should say.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. She's laughing at me. I'm proud
of this. Yes, the 18-wheeler is once again in the Little League parking lot on Welborn Road this morning. And as I'm driving by, I took a good long look at the guy.
Where's my phone?
And it's probably not his fault. He was just given instructions to unload that truck. And I want to feel a little bit responsible for him no longer being on Welborn Road while he unloads his truck. And as I was driving by him, I made eye contact with him, and it felt good.
Was it borderline erotic?
No.
Like Brett Bielema?
God.
What?
I'm on genocide now.
What? Oh, you said you're on Jenna's side. I heard
genocide as well.
I heard genocide.
That is 100% what I heard.
What?
Well.
Kaylee? Okay. Somebody explained to her what happened in Europe in the 40s.
Hey, Kaylee, how many chicken nuggets did you eat since you're done eating now? 12.
Less than 6 million.
All of that talk for 12 chicken nuggets.
She said 16 the other day.
I know, she did say 16. She's going to take a nap. By the way, Luke Evangelist, there's word going around that after our lunch soiree over at Top of the Hill, you had to have a little baby nap on the way home.
He gets tired when he eats.
This whole table over here outside of K. Nagley is mean age of 7.5 years old. All right. So I do want to. I mean that was a victory for us in the B team with the 18-wheeler. I'm definitely slowing down now. I'm at 40. This will be
bigger victory. Us in the 18-wheeler or Nuno v Cake.
Nuno v Cake.
Nuno v Cake was amazing.
It was just so out of like character.
By that, yeah.
I texted him earlier this afternoon and said, "How are we feeling?" And he responded, "He's alive. I can confirm David Nuno's alive." He said, "I'm okay. Took a nap.
I bet that
no stomach issues, headache, and just feeling."
All right, how are we doing over here on that tray? How many? Just guesstimate, Luke. How many are left? You think? 30 or 40 left. We're doing it. I don't know if we're going to finish.
Jenna says that somebody.
This will be my last bowl till the end of the show. Somebody
in high school, so at Baytown Sterling, tried to make quote genocide her nickname.
High school nicknames are the best.
What was yours?
I don't want to go into it.
Rhino?
It actually was one of them. Everybody in Southeast Texas
was
calls
that
me
before
Rhino.
Or at like? Were you built like a rhino then, or was that before?
This is what everybody called me since like I was really little. Everybody in Southeast Texas calls me Rhino. In Lake Charles, they call me DJ. And then in College Station, everybody calls me Brauny. I don't know the last time anybody called me. Probably my mom called me by my first name, but like
Ryan.
Yeah.
Josh Olsey calls you by your first name. And Josh and Brandon, they call you by your first name when they're like, "Hey, have you seen Ryan yet?" And I'm always like, "Who is Ryan?"
Very interesting. I didn't know that.
Who's Ryan?
I always wonder what people say about you behind your back, and at least that's all they do is they call me by my first name. There could be worse things.
Tanner Scott just pitched a 3-up, 3-down inning. Oh my God, the rapture's actually happening.
Here's my second question. I don't even know that I had a first one. Who's eating and drinking all these snacks in the office?
Him! It's Luke. He's running out. Like, dude, this guy puts down bags of chips and pretzels and pita and hummus and cheese
sticks. The drinks too?
And I don't know about the drinks. I think, yeah, I'm just a water bottle guy. He's just a water guy.
So every
the
Tuesday,
waters get absolutely crushed.
Yeah, every Tuesday or Wednesday in this office.
You also got to consider that every time Lucci's here, he gets 3 drinks, takes 4 sips of each, and is just like leaves the rest of them sitting.
Yeah, but he's not here enough to make this type of dent in that grocery order. Every Tuesday or Wednesday, the groceries get delivered here. And the able-bodied males, we like to give each other a hard time, but we carry them up the stairs. And I'm sitting there looking at Jacob stock the shelves in the cabinets. And I'm like, who is eating all this stuff? Because we have so many snacks and so many drinks up there. I never eat any of the snacks in the office.
What are they reacting to? What are you guys reacting to? Somebody called Kaylee a blonde?
Oh my God!
Fake blonde. Aren't you all fake? That's what that got.
Yeah.
Are you? You're not a real blonde. Dirty blonde.
How many of you eaten?
I'm close to 20.
I believe I'm at 22.
22.
Yeah.
Nice, Cade.
I don't know about
Making
you.
up for lost time.
I feel great.
All right, let's pick some games. How about that?
Good idea.
We got about an hour left.
Can you tell one of them to get me a water, please?
Hey, the producer of the show would like a water. If any of you could go get him one, please. Thank you, Kay. All right, we're picking games.
Thanks, Kay. I appreciate
Kay's
you.
the only team player.
Kay is a real one.
The volume. I don't know why I expected him to like be over here and be civil, but it has been outrageous. The volume, and I'm trying. We have a live show with hundreds of thousands of people watching.
That's true. You did.
Okay,
so I'll take that back. Callie did go get me a Red Bull at the gas station.
Tomorrow night,
200 yards away.
In Tempe, Arizona, the Arizona State Sun Devils face off against the TCU Horned Frogs in an important Big 12 matchup. The Arizona State Sun Devils are favored by 3.5.
3.5? And Arizona State's a favorite?
Mm-hmm.
After the way they looked last week?
Give me the Frogs.
And after they lost to Mississippi State? That is easy. Josh Hoover and the Frogs go crazy. Give me Sonny Dykes.
Did you say at home or
No, it's in Tempe.
It's in Tempe. I guess that's why they're favored, but I'm totally taking TCU as well. The Josh Hoover, he's a dog.
I guess the reason why that line's that way is because Arizona State had a ton of juice going into the year with Sam Leavitt and Jordan Tyson. They didn't play well at all at Mississippi State, but they have bounced back nicely. So, and I think people expect Arizona State to be good and a contender in the Big 12, but I think TCU has shown that they are a contender in the Big 12.
Hard for me to pick against anybody who, when you shorten their last name to the first initials, their name is Sonny D. For
those of you unaware of our inside joke, that's a reference to former Auburn baseball player Sonny DeShera, who was a spicy meatball.
And again, our hearts go out to all the equipment managers who had to do laundry at the Auburn University while he was there.
The next game, I think this is. We'll see what you guys think. Illinois hosts USC. The Trojans come in as 6.5-point favorites off of a big win against Michigan State. Illinois, as we know, got their doors absolutely blown off by Indiana. They lost by 53 last week. So I think I personally, after watching, I watched a lot of that USC game last week. I think they're good. And I'm going to take them minus the points. I think they cover. I think they win by 2 scores. And it could be worse. Like, Illinois could be looking at back-to-back beatdowns here. I think this line is way too low. You could have given me 13.5 and I'd have taken USC.
Champaign or L.A.?
It's in Illinois.
Okay, Champaign-Urbana. Huh? 6.5.
6.5 USC.
That's interesting because I feel like it feels almost as if
I think
Illinois
USC is
is capable of a bounce-back performance, but after just getting it shoved up you-know-what last week the way they did, oh my... Can somebody get him a napkin?
I need a napkin.
Cade, single shot on Brauny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Great pull, Callie. Great pull. Cade, what, you took one bite of a egg sandwich and had a over easy egg all up and down your shirt, huh?
Dude, it was absolutely ridiculous. It was here. I'll give you a visual. It was from here on my shoulder all the way down my pants. It was bad. It was incredibly bad. It got on my napkin too. I just looked down at my napkin. I was like, oh, that's fine. It just got on my napkin. And I looked at my shirt. And it was all over my shirt.
The worst thing that could have happened to Cade Bickham is that he had an egg apocalypse like that, but that his egg apocalypse happened in front of Billy Lucci.
Oh, you'll hear about it forever now, Cade.
Indeed.
R.I.P.
Very true.
And the story will get more and more embellished as the days go by.
I'll take USC as well.
Yeah, I'll take the Trojans.
Jaden Mayava's
I'll take
good.
the Trojans to cover.
Yes.
Hey, that's
Oh,
good.
Buchanan.
Yes, throwback. Trojans to cover.
Do you get it?
Here's
No,
another.
I'm glad you're getting it. So I'm out. You guys.
Here's
Some
another.
of the jokes go over your heads.
Here's another rat line, in my opinion.
Rat.
Arkansas
Like the
at
band?
home against Notre Dame. The Fighting Irish are favored by 3.5. I don't, because that line screams. I can't wrap my brain around Notre Dame minus 3.5. Like, what is, like, my eyes tell me that should be 9.5 or 10.5. I wonder if this is a rat line. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. Something that Vegas sees doesn't match up in my brain, so I would probably stay away from a side here if I were gambling or we were in a gambling state. I would take the over because Notre Dame's defense still hasn't shown that they can stop anybody, and we know Arkansas's can't. And Arkansas is prone to turning the ball over. I think this could get really pointsy. I think the over-under was 62.5. If I were laying actual money and betting, I wouldn't pick a side here. I would take the over. But because for this show, give me Notre Dame minus the 3.5, even though I think it stinks.
I'm going to take Notre Dame covers and just I think they're going to dog walk them. I think they're going to dog walk them here. They're not any good.
Arkansas's been in these games, but they just make back-breaking plays down the stretch that kill their chance to win. Happened twice in a row.
It's gonna happen again.
But they can't stop anybody.
They don't have the mental fortitude to break through and win a game that's close like that. Get your foot off the table. Did your mom never teach you any manners?
We got to leave the peanut gallery alone. They're distracting.
Yeah, trust me. I'm falling victim to it. Anyways, Irish cover.
I'll also take the Irish to cover. Yeah.
That line just doesn't make sense to me.
3.5 is pretty low. I guess they're assuming that that both defenses are bad enough or not great enough that there will be a lot of points scored and it'll end up being close in the end regardless. But I just don't see a world where where Arkansas can actually keep up with them the whole game.
No, and I would also take whatever the over/under is for Notre Dame's team rushing total. I'd take the over. I think Jadarian Price and Jeremiah Love go crazy. And I don't think Arkansas's defensive line, it's certainly not. A&M's front seven struggled with it a little bit. Miami's did not. And I don't think Arkansas's front seven on defense is anywhere near A&M's or Miami's. So
I agree.
Because they're going to be able to run the football, I like Notre Dame to cover. But if it gets into this back and forth wild shootout, which it could because both defenses give up a ton of points, again, that's why I would play the over if you are gambling on this game. I think the over is the play. All right, next game. The Ohio State Buckeyes go out to the Pacific Northwest to face the Washington Huskies. The Buckeyes are 7.5-point favorites in Seattle.
That line seems low to me.
I don't think so. I think Washington's pretty good.
Admittedly, I haven't seen much of the Washington Huskies.
We talked about Jedd Fisch quite a bit on the show already. But remember I said if you go up there to the Pacific Northwest, you run the risk of losing a lot of the shine that you had gained at Arizona as the head coach. Well, it took him all of about 4 or 5 weeks, and now people are starting to pay attention. Their quarterback's got big numbers. He's looks like a really good player. This will be by far their best test so far this year. I think that is why I think the number being only 7.5 it's kind of a compliment to how good Vegas thinks Washington is. And I think they can be
close up, Kay.
You know what? Ohio State, have they ever gone to the Pacific Northwest recently?
I mean, didn't they go to Oregon?
They went to Oregon. They went to Oregon last year. And that was close. Something about these, these Midwest teams going out west, they lose a few hours. I'm trying to talk myself into Washington plus the points, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Washington, Ohio State to win, Washington covers.
Thanks, Kay. How recent is recently? How much time is shortly?
Well, we can talk about that later if we need to.
Give me the Buckeyes, Cade.
Oh, Buckeyes to cover?
Yeah.
I think this is a tricky one. I think UW covers. I think they cover the 7.5. I think it's kind of interesting going up, like you said, Brauny, going up to the Pacific Northwest. And that's that fan base likes football. It's probably the only sport that they really get into up there. So
it is. I've heard. I mean, you just hear people talk about that crowd in Seattle. Just like the Seahawks games are widely known when they're good. It's the loudest atmosphere in
home
the
of
NFL.
12s.
And so I think that they can potentially have an impact. Ohio State have they played a road game yet? I do not think so because they got Texas and they got a bunch of directionals. So Ohio State's first time on the road, and you're going to give me 7.5 points. I'll take it. All right, next game. Ole Miss at home against LSU. The Rebels are favored by 1.5 at Vaught-Hemingway. This is essentially a pick 'em. I mean, not often do you see 1-point victories either way. I know A&M got one in their last game against Notre Dame, but that is uncommon. So what Vegas is saying is just pick a winner here. Trinidad Chambliss is going to start.
Trinidad Chambliss.
For Ole Miss. And I like the Rebels, and I think they win by 10 points. I think LSU's got big problems offensively. Garrett Nussmeier, now we know is hurt. We know that he's had a torso injury. They have not looked good on offense all season. Let's not forget that they put 20 points up on Florida after DJ Lagway threw them the ball 5 times. And if you score 20 points in a game that you force 5 turnovers, that is a poor offensive showing.
Now I can't show it on. Now I can't send it to Cade to put on the show. I keep waiting for LSU to really, really impress me. I haven't seen it at any point yet this year. Garrett Nussmeier's hurt. Don't know if we're going to see it this week. I still like LSU to win the game. I don't know. I just don't.
Is it like a program game?
It's like a program game, and also Trinidad Chambliss has looked great against who?
Well, he lit up Arkansas.
Lit up Arkansas, who I don't think's very good.
And
Tulane.
Yeah, they did light up Tulane last week too.
Tulane, who a lot of people thought were good, but now obviously not.
I think
Trinidad Chambliss was playing at Ferris State, dude.
Yeah, I know.
This is going to be his first experience. Huh?
This is Lane Kiffin, though, right? This is a Lane Kiffin.
A&M's wearing all maroon jerseys on Saturday.
This is a Lane Kiffin game, right? Like Lane, it doesn't matter.
I think this is a Landry Kiffin game.
You could be playing quarterback this week, and I would think that Lane Kiffin could figure out a way to score points with you at quarterback. So I don't care if it's Austin Simmons or Trinidad Chambliss. I think they're going to score. I don't think that LSU's defense has played anybody offensively, even in the same stratosphere as Ole Miss. They're hanging their hat on their defense for performances against Clemson, yuck, and Florida, yuck. I think here's what I think. I think Ole Miss can get into the 30s, and I don't think LSU can get into the 30s.
Cade?
I'm gonna go Ole Miss as well. And I'm going to pick Ole Miss because I think that Trinidad Chambliss has done a significantly better job taking care of the ball than Austin Simmons did at the beginning of the season. And also because I think that Ole Miss's best win is better than LSU's best win right now.
It's a pick 'em for a reason, right? I mean, you could go either way. I've got big questions. And here's another thing. If LSU does lose this, and let's say it is, I don't care if it's about 1 point or 11 points, this isn't going to sit well with the Tiger faithful in Baton Rouge. No. It's not going to taste very good going down, and it's going to put Brian Kelly, who's been on edge all season, correct? Been very much in these press conferences. It feels like he's ready to blow up on some reporter. And this would only ramp up that perceived. I don't think he's got a hot seat, but it's just felt like an unhappy marriage from day one down there.
If they lose this one, he could be on the hot seat.
Yeah, I just don't think they're going to burn him after this year unless they just completely tank and collapse. But he would go into next year where they're going to have a ton of roster turnover with some real questions about the future of his job. No questions asked, in my opinion. All right. So I've got Ole Miss. I think they can win the game by 10 points. You took LSU. Kate is on the Rebels with me as well. All right. Well, next game.
You all right?
I'm telling you, I'm at 52 chicken nuggets. 52. Where are you at, Luke? Luke's at 30.
I'm getting there.
Where you at?
I'm working on it. I'm like Nuno. I'm very methodical. I'm hovering around 25 right now.
Just slow and steady wins a race.
Yep.
Steady pace. Where you at, Cade?
I think 24.
24. Okay, so another quick estimate, Luke, on how many are left in that pan.
Say 50?
No, you got to be 15? like 20 or 30 probably.
Oh.
Okay, next game. We're making a really good dent. 21 left?
21.
What's 9 plus 10?
Can you do some for me? 21.
Penn State at home, whiteout in Happy Valley. The Nittany Lions are favored against Oregon by 3.5 points. Does anybody want to go first on this one? Because I think I'm probably going to be a little bit different.
I can go first on this one.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go Oregon outright.
Me too. So we weren't that different. In my opinion, just on the eye test, and I know I just gave
that
LSU a hard time.
Nasty.
Yeah, and I've given some teams some hard time for not playing anybody that's any good. Oregon hasn't played anybody that's very good either. But that offense, they look to me with
They're
my
fast.
eyes, and I'm not a football guy, admittedly. They look to me like the best team in the country. They look super fast.
Yeah, that's why I picked them. Is like they're fast, really fast. Those wide receivers are electric.
DK Moore.
Yeah, DK Moore. And then Dante
Moore.
Dante Moore is the quarterback. Yes, he's looked really good so far. And Penn State. You know what? We're gonna go back to this. Drew Aller, he's not good.
You're the leader of the anti-Drew Aller club.
Me and Reese Nygren, anti-Drew Aller. He's not good at football. Well, he's better at football than I am by a lot, but I just don't think he's that great. I don't think he can lead them to a big win. Yeah.
I'm 100. That's exactly why I'm on the Ducks, Cade. You kind of took the words right out of my mouth. Until Drew Aller actually wins a big game, I will not pick Drew Aller to win a big game. I just don't think he's that good. I don't think he's that dude. I don't think he's that guy in clutch situations. I don't think he has what it takes to lead Penn State to truly be a contender to win a national title. I really don't. I don't.
You can throw his head coach in that same discussion.
James Franklin, good head coach. Really good head coach.
Hasn't gotten over the hump yet.
Yep.
And struggles in big games. He has struggled in this spot in his career. So give me the Ducks to win outright. I don't even need the points. But if I were betting this game with my money that I made off of eating chocolate cake, I would take the points. Like, I'm not confident enough that they're going to win outright that I would bet the money line. If you're going to give me 3.5 points in this game, I'll take them. But I do think Oregon, I lean toward them winning the game. Again, my eyes tell me that I think they're the best team in the country. I could be way wrong. So we'll see. That game kicks off it'll be after A&M, correct? It's a night game.
Yeah, it's the night game.
That's the night game on
whiteout conditions.
Yeah,
it'll be a cool spectacle to see.
Is that the night game? Is that the Peacock night game?
NBC.
Or the NBC?
No, it's CBS.
Oh, CBS.
Yeah, the Peacock night game, that's always just Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah, it is always just Notre Dame, yeah.
Okay, last one of these pick'em games. Again, loaded slate this weekend. Between the Hedges in Athens, Georgia, the Bulldogs are favored by 3.5 points against Alabama. This is my toughest one to call.
Why is it your toughest one?
Because I actually think Bama has finally found themselves, and they look like the offense that we anticipated coming into the year. Ty Simpson, I think he's like 41 of his last 46 passing. So they have found something against these nobodies to give them some confidence. We know how good Jeremy Bernard, Ryan Williams on the outside. I think their defense is talented. We'll see how good it is, but I don't know how good of a defense you have to be to put the clamps on Georgia. Gunnar Stockton
believe in Gunnar Stockton?
Yeah, he played his tail off, but and he's gritty and he's tough, but when he's got to sit in there against a real pass rush, and no disrespect to Tennessee, I think Tennessee showed themselves well in that game. I don't think they have the players that Alabama does. And I like Bama's overall profile better than I do Georgia's. But I think much like Brian Kelly is in a weird marriage at LSU, I think Kalen DeBoer is in one at Alabama. And I'm not saying he can't work his way out of it, but it's felt a little clunky so far, hasn't it? So I'm between two minds here.
Kalen DeBoer has to win this game. He has to win this game.
What does the rest of their schedule look like where you're saying he has to win?
It has absolutely nothing to do with the rest of their schedule. It has everything to do with the fan base and their unrealistic expectations.
It's all about the optics.
Exactly. Thank you, Cade. All about the optics.
They do not have an easy slate. They
already lost. I mean, I know they've got Auburn left. I know they've got Tennessee left. Do they have LSU
Vandy left?
They got Vandy?
Vandy goes there next week. It's too on the nose, though. Vandy got them last year.
I don't think they can do it again. Not in Tuscaloosa. But I think I'm gonna take Georgia in this one. I think I like Gunnar Stockton just a little bit better than Ty Simpson, and I think that he's a gamer.
I am going to take Georgia to cover, because if I'm going to go wrong, if I'm going to bet on somebody and I'm going to lose money, I'd be more okay betting on Kirby Smart at home than I would Kalen DeBoer on the road.
That's valid.
Yeah. Sanford Stadium, too much of a Sanford Stadium, too much of a home field advantage for Alabama to overcome with this head coach. It's not Nick Saban.
All right, so before we get to our predictions for A&M and Auburn, I have some upset specials, okay? And these are underdogs that I have to win outright, except for the last one, okay? My first game, I could not believe this line. Syracuse in the Carrier Dome, or whatever they're calling it now, is hosting Duke. Duke is favored by 6.5. Syracuse coming off a pretty good bludgeoning, I would say, of Clemson on the road. Their program's got momentum. Fran Brown doesn't seem like a flash in the pan type of guy to me. I think he'll do a good job of getting his kids' attention. I didn't understand this line being Duke minus 6.5. I could see maybe where the Blue Devils would be favored, but it would have been a field goal game for me. So I think they win it outright. Give me the Orange to upset Duke at home.
I don't see Syracuse winning without Luke Altmaier.
Steve Angeli.
Steve Angeli hurt, or is Altmaier that's hurt?
Angeli's
done
yes.
for the year?
And that's probably why that number is so big. Altmaier's at Illinois.
Oh, well, you see how I got those confused, right? They have the same colorway. They wear like the same jerseys.
Their coaches are identical twins.
The coaches are not identical twins. You can.
Piglama.
That's a good one. Sorry, Kay just sent me why you guys were laughing.
All right, so
you said earlier that you have some upset specials, and Luke goes, "My stomach." That's good. That's good. Give him some credit.
53.
That's your 53rd nugget?
53?
Yeah.
Ooh, impressive.
Started with 12. Then I've had 4 subsequent bowls, and that's the first one in my next bowl. 53.
Wow.
All right. Hand up. I forgot that Steve Angeli was out for the season, but I don't care. I ain't changing it. I'm not changing.
Quarterback's out. I've seen it way too often at Texas A&M. Starting quarterback goes out. Things aren't great.
They are at home though. I think I'm
like Duke. Like
I think I'm with you just because they're at home.
To go into the
I think I'm with you
Dome.
just because they're at home.
And Duke doesn't scare me.
Not really.
Duke
No.
doesn't scare me. Malik Murphy, their quarterback.
Dodgers are 2 outs away from winning the division.
Do you need to excuse yourself?
No.
All right, my next upset special. Iowa State at home is favored by 5.5 points at the always intimidating Jack Trice Stadium in Ames, Iowa.
You don't just walk into Jack Trice Stadium and win.
I think Arizona does.
Whoa.
I don't trust Iowa State. I watched that entire game. I think me and Matthew Dawson were like hanging on the edge of our seats, play by play, when they went to Jonesboro, Arkansas, and should have lost to Arkansas State. They got the calls were egregious in favor of Iowa State at that game. It was disgusting. They got hosed on 2 or 3 game-changing type of plays that would have put Arkansas State, one of them would have put them ahead in the fourth quarter. Anyway, they skirt by with the help of the officials. They win the game. And I didn't see anything that, like Brody Becht.
Rocco Becht.
Brody Becht was the pitcher at Iowa that also played football. Rocco Becht has not shown me anything this year that made me go, okay, like he is. There were people comparing him before the season to Brock Purdy. He ain't Brock Purdy.
Yeah. Not Brock Purdy.
I do not think Arizona's good. I think Iowa State is less good. And I would pick Arizona to win the game. There's an upset special. Arizona.
I'm with you, Brauny. I think
I like that pick.
Arizona has the better quarterback. Fafita's better than Becht for sure. And I'm just looking. Arizona is 3-0 with a 40-6 win over Hawaii, a 48-3 win over Weber State, and the common opponent between Iowa State and Arizona is Kansas State, and Arizona just beat them 23-17. And then Iowa State is 4-0 with a 24-21 win over Kansas State. They beat South Dakota 55-7, and then they only put up 16 against Iowa, 16-13, and they only beat Arkansas State 24-16.
Yep.
And the other thing I'll say to that is, over the last few years, Matt Campbell seems to always lose a game he shouldn't. I think that's this week. That's a good upset special, Brauny.
Thank you. This is chicken nugget number 57, and I'm taking a break. Okay.
Callie wants you to stop chewing your food into the one cam.
Who cares? I don't listen to the peanut gallery.
She was commenting on the YouTube chat. That's why I read it, not because she's sitting over there.
Kate, could I bother you to grab me one of the spicy waters that's in the refrigerator, please? Right there next to you.
Bounce to third. Bang! 12 times in 13 seasons. National League West Division champions.
Congratulations.
Awesome. And
it is an accomplishment.
The 1 year they didn't do it, they won 106 games.
It is an accomplishment to win your division because over the course of 162 games, it means you were the best in that division. Just don't tell Texas Rangers fans that because the year that their greatest season of all time, they were unable to win the division. The Houston Astros won the AL West that year. So
they won the. So I will, to their credit, the year the Dodgers did not win their division, they lost. They won 106 games. They lost the division by 1 to a team of destiny, seemingly the San Francisco Giants, 107. Dodgers got them in the division series. So you have that was a better accomplishment.
Got hot at the right time. It's all about getting hot at the right time to win a championship.
They did not win the pennant.
My next upset special, we are going to stay in. What is the nickname? The Hawkeye State? Is that the Iowa is the Hawkeye State?
Yes.
So we're going to stay in the Hawkeye State and go to the Hawkeyes. Iowa at home in Iowa City. They are plus 7.5 taking on Indiana. Letdown spot. If you believe, well, there's so much deserved attention on Indiana right now. That's a program that did pretty good in the spotlight last year until it got real bright. And they got just trounced late in the season and then trounced out of the playoffs by Notre Dame. Iowa is going to get somebody. I think this is Kurt Ferentz's last year. They're going to get somebody and I think they can get them at home. This is as good of a shout for that as any. I think the Hawkeyes beat the Hoosiers in Iowa City.
No chance. They're done.
No chance.
Iowa's out. Iowa's done.
I didn't say that they were gonna win anything. I think they can win this game.
No, I agree. I know what you're saying, but no, not gonna happen.
I'm with Richard on this
Iowa
one.
stinks.
I think Indiana's too good on offense. I think Fernando Mendoza's really, really solid. And they have a couple other chances this year to do that, like Penn State and on the 18th, and then they have Oregon coming to town on November 8th. I think that those are probably more.
Okay,
I think the Penn State one speaks to me.
Can I give a counterpoint to that though?
Yeah.
Penn State and Oregon, the talent level of both of those rosters far exceeds Iowa's.
That's a good point.
And I think Indiana's talent and Iowa's talent are far closer. Like it's a far better match man for man. That's why I think Iowa can get it done here.
I think that's a good point. I think weird stuff happens in the Big Ten though. Do you remember that game? I don't even remember how many years ago it was, but it was like when Ohio State was kind of dominating that conference and Purdue, like a really bad Purdue team, just beat the brakes off them. And it was out of nowhere. So I feel like this year's Iowa team has something like that in them. Maybe not the beat the brakes off them part because I don't know how well they can play offense, but
yeah, they're going to have to win a 17-14 game.
It's gonna be a hard one to watch for sure.
Yeah, and is the Iowa defense good enough to slow down the Indiana offense just to slow them down enough to where they score in a range that Iowa can get to? And we know that number's not very high. Iowa may not have to have a non-offensive touchdown to get into the 20s.
Yeah.
Okay, before we talk A&M Auburn, we got one more, and then we're going to get a chicken nugget update. I don't love this one in terms of upset, but I love this one if you're going to give me the points. West Virginia at home in Morgantown welcomes in Utah, who will be limping in after their beatdown at the hands of Texas Tech last week. The Utes are favored by 12.5. Going across the country, Morgantown's a difficult place to play. I guess they will feel a little bit at home coming from Salt Lake City to Morgantown, very mountainous regions each. But
a lot of Mormon girls in
I don't think Utah is good at all on offense. And I think this is too many points for a team that's bad on offense. West Virginia, don't get me wrong, they are not good. They got their doors blown off by Kansas last week, just beat them down in every way. West Virginia is not good, but I think they can keep them within the total here, the 12.5, because Utah is so bad on offense. Devin Dampier, I mean, you might as well have had Evangelist playing quarterback against Texas Tech.
That's like the second time you've insinuated that somebody couldn't play quarterback.
No, I
you said
actually,
that about me.
No, that's not true. See, you took that the wrong way. I said Lane Kiffin could score points with you at quarterback.
Yeah, we're gonna put up 50 on LSU.
See, okay, I was giving you a compliment.
Score a ton of points.
I was giving you a compliment. On the other hand, I was not giving Luke a compliment. Okay.
You actually need to give him a couple compliments. He's very sensitive. So
he could play quarterback. It was like having Devin Dampier is like having Luke at quarterback is what I said. So I don't love West Virginia outright, but if you're going to give me 12.5, I will take them. And I think they can cover that. I think it's going to be a field goal game. I'm hoping that this has got all the makings of like a wild one where you see like maybe on the scroll across your screen on Saturday, or you get a notification. It's like, oh, West Virginia and Utah are going to overtime. Let me flip over there and watch that real quick. On this massive slate of games, I want to see this overtime back and forth between the Mountaineers and the Utes. All right. Prediction time for, unless you have something else.
Okay. You see the premium chat? You see the premium chat, Cade?
Yes. Okay. All right. Here we go. Premium chat. The Gut 101. Note to self: don't listen to the B team on your morning run working night this week. Had to turn it off due to the horrible sound of Brauny talking, chewing, salivating, and swallowing in my earbuds.
In stereo, dude. It's ASMR. You're welcome. I know you said that not because it's gross, but because I was putting you to sleep with the soothing sounds of me eating. What do they call those? Mukbangs? We're mukbanging.
What's a mukbang?
It's a mukbang B-Team Thunderdome Thursday.
Is that what mukbang?
It's like it's a video of people eating. Ugh. It's not it sounds gross.
YouTube.
It sounds gross. It is. It's not like the cleanest thing ever, but it's a video of somebody eating. It's ASMR adjacent, I would say. You an ASMR guy?
No, 0%. No.
I like ASMR.
No, that crap's weird.
It's weird?
Uh-huh.
There's people that make bajillions of dollars. So I guess
cool. There's a lot of people that make bajillions of dollars doing even weirder stuff.
Like eating cake?
Yeah. I mean, we just watched a guy make $5,300 or $3,500.
Your dyslexia is out of hand
I know, dude. I'm so tired. So I'm having this here Red Bull.
How are you doing on your chicken nuggets?
I'm slowing down. My tummy doesn't hurt.
Your tummy doesn't hurt? How many are left?
My tummy does hurt.
There's 2 left plus the ones in your...
I have 6.
Oh, my God. An audible pop out of the peanut gallery. Kate, can you come take these final 2?
Yeah, I can do that.
We got 23 minutes.
57. This is, it's at the top of my throat.
I'll take it. I'll do it. Where is it? I can't see it. Calm down, Jackson.
Wow.
Moving on. We are moving on.
There's been so much dead air in this show because of them talking over there.
That we can't do this again.
We're lucky that we weren't on radio, because the board ops over at the Zone would have taken us to commercial
so many times already.
The peanut gallery, we should have, and here's what we should have done is just had everybody sit in the back and like bust us the chicken nuggets, because they have been a massive distraction over here today. I'm just telling the truth. We're a hand-up show. And it's not y'all's fault. Y'all are sitting in here having a good time. I have my hand up. It's a hand up. This is on me. Y'all have been distracting, but that's my fault. I shouldn't be distracted by y'all. I need to listen to David Goggins while I host this radio show. By the way, that was the over-the-top move. I tweeted at him.
Dude, he was walking around listening to Drake and Goggins and different motivational people between bites.
See, this is why that's over the top.
He was pounding waters. It was like when Joey Chestnut dips the bun in the soda to help it go down easier. Like he was taking a huge forks, he was using it as like a shovel, just going right into the gullet and immediately taking sips of water to get it go down. It was gross. But it was also impressive.
Do you watch the hot dog eating contest?
Absolutely.
July 4th?
Every 4th of July.
How many hot dogs do you think you could fit in your mouth at once?
Fewer than Luke.
That's not a number.
I'm just saying, fewer than Luke.
Okay. Did we finish all of them? Just yours are left.
Yeah, just mine.
So when you get done with that plate, we will have eaten.
Can somebody
how many people ate on this? 7?
Can somebody
Sid,
turn
did you
on
eat
some
some?
David
So 8.
Goggins?
7 or 8. No, we had 7 or 8. Really, Sid doesn't count. Sid ate 5 of them. Now, a hot dog eating contest, that's weird. The chat has been very active today, so thank you guys for interacting with the show. And we are going to do this against all odds. I thought there was no shot that we were going to eat 212 chicken nuggets, and we have. So, or we will be as soon as Richard's done with his plate right there.
We've eaten 207 chicken nuggets.
So we are waiting on Richard for the big drum roll final nugget. In the meantime, we need to pick this game on Saturday here across the street at Kyle Field. The Aggies are hosting Auburn in what has been a weird series since the A&M moved into the SEC. There for a while, the road team was the victor. I think that traded off for like 6 years. That has kind of flattened out, but these games have been, for the most part, highly entertaining. I'm hoping that it's not. I'm hoping this is a comfortable victory for A&M. Cade, I don't have the line here on my rundown. Can you look up the line real quick to see if it's moved? It was at 6.5.
It's been at 6.5 all week. Basically, is what I've seen. I've seen it at 6.5 all week. I think that's a pretty valid line, I guess. I don't know. Auburn. You guys were talking about. We were talking about unoffensive programs yesterday, and you guys both mentioned Auburn. I find Auburn incredibly offensive, but is
it because of Hugh Freeze?
No, it's like personal, like
Bruce
watching A&M football in high school, and it just felt like every time we played Auburn when I was in high school, it was a loss, and I hate losing to them. I don't know why, but I hate losing to them almost probably third or fourth most out of the teams that A&M plays in the SEC.
Okay, so the line is at 6.5, and it was interesting that Josh Pate's model had the Aggies favored by 7.5. I like when some of these predictive instruments move the line north of a 1 score. So if they move it north of 7 points, it does give me a little bit more confidence. I like the Aggies to win, and I like them to cover. And I think it could be a late cover. You know, it could be a 24-20 game late. A&M goes down and gets a touchdown, puts together a drive to ice the game away. It ends up something like 31-20. I think the over-under is actually 52. And that is kind of where I'm hovering with A&M. I just think A&M can win this game by 8 to 10 points. Give me the Aggies to cover in that 31-20, 34-23 realm.
Okay. I guess I'll go next. I think that I like your score. I like the distance, the score prediction in terms of like points. I think 10 or 11 seems about right, but I think it's going to be a little bit more high scoring than that. I think I'm going to go 38-28. 38-28 Ags.
I'd be okay with that. I don't like the scenario that I played out where they score late to kind of ice it away, because that means we are going to be kind of hearts and throats for most of the afternoon. I would love for A&M to just kind of maintain a 10-point lead. Maybe they get out to 13. Auburn can cut it back to 10, but I like that margin of comfortability. It would be a more pleasant game watching experience for me. But in the end, with this league, man, in the margins of this league, just because A&M is favored by 6.5, they can lose this game. Let's say they do win it. Next week, Mississippi State comes to town. That line's going to be probably 8.5, something like that. You don't think? I think A&M could lose to Mississippi State. They certainly can. The margins in this league are too fine for you to feel comfortable any Saturday. Especially with like as good as Vanderbilt's gotten and Mizzou's gotten. Arkansas, you got to go to Fayetteville. You think that is like an invincible game for A&M? No way.
I think that's your BAS.
No, I think that is what this league is. And you saw it a couple years ago when LSU came in here, an LSU team that went to Atlanta, and they got beat up by A&M at home. The A&M team was 5-7.
A&M's not losing this game.
I didn't say they were. I said they were going to win and cover.
Yes.
But they can't. Like they can lose to Auburn. You're blind to it if you can't admit that A&M could lose to Auburn. They could lose to Mississippi State. There's not a team in this league that A&M is infinitely better enough that they can go out there and not play well, play their C game, and win.
Yeah, and then whoever's playing the Xbox in Auburn, Alabama, or Starkville, Mississippi, turns it off.
So you'd be laying big money this week
If I had big money,
if you had $3,500.
which I do not, because I did not eat an entire cake.
But you could turn into $35,000 in your head like that.
I could.
Okay, so
I could also turn into $53,000 in my head.
Or
That's
$5.30.
I do have that. I have that.
So, what are you saying here? That you are comfortable with A&M winning and covering?
I'm saying that I think I ate 34 nuggets because that's what Kay Nagley's math said. And yes, I do have Texas A&M winning and covering.
You got a score prediction?
69-0.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
We've lost Richard. With 15. Are you done?
I got one left.
You ready? You want the theme song while we let me know when you're ready for your final one. We'll make this a big deal.
You don't have to make it a big deal.
I do want to make it a big deal because this is overcoming the odds. Twice in this office today, food challenges have been met and defeated in the face of adversity. And David Duno did it by himself. He and David Goggins and Jocko Willink and all the men that he's rolled on that mat with, that was all of them together. It was all those men on top of that cake.
Is that a mukbang?
And David ate them up.
Is that a
Phrasing.
mukbang?
Phrasing.
I wish we had some cameras over here because the creep show, I can't even look. The way she's laying on the easel in front of the LED boards behind the big
You
desk.
actually need to get off that, please.
And this girl is
Good break.
okay, are you ready for this final?
For what, my final nugget? Sure.
The 212th nugget. 58, something like that. Yes.
Way.
Great effort, everybody in here. Congratulations. That was a better reaction than whenever you finished your jug of water right at the end of the show. Remember that?
I had to pee so bad.
You Gronk spiked it.
I had to pee so bad.
Gronk spiked it. All right, so we all have
Totals. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Brauny, 58. Richard, 32. Luke, 32. Kay, 32. Huh?
Hold on. Start that again.
Brauny, 58. Richard, 34. Luke, 32.
Sad, Luke. That's sad. Richard crushed you. Richard crushed you.
You know who else could crush Luke in a boxing match? Kay Nagley, 32. 32, Kay Nagley.
That's very impressive.
Kate Bickham, kind of upset with this one. 25.
He's going to go home and have a normal night, though.
Fairly normal, probably.
Whoa.
What is a normal night for you, Kate
okay,
Bickham?
let's just cut it there. Okay,
Well,
Kate.
it was nothing weird. It's just like it was 25 chicken nuggets. It's a lot, but it's not exorbitant.
Okay. Oh.
Callie Garner, SAT words from Cade Bickham. Least surprising individual to use SAT words in this office, Cade Bickham.
Shout out both my parents' English majors.
More interesting facts.
We're learning a lot about Cade. Callie Garner, 19 chicken nuggets.
You were one away from 20. You couldn't get there? It's okay.
She's clapping for herself.
I figured she'd probably eat 8 of them. That's about, I thought 8 was her number.
Kaylee Dreyer,
This is the most disappointing.
15.
15. I'm so good at eating chicken nuggets. The look on her face whenever I brought this up as a bit, you would have thought she has done this before where she has just ate till she burst with chicken nuggets. I was thinking 25 or 30. And then she's like, oh, I can only eat 18. And she ended up with how many?
15.
I mean, and then, so is that 212? Because Sid ate 5.
I was going to get to the end.
Okay.
Sidney
Sorry, Sid.
Clevenger, a late arrival, but still participating. Kind of like when you bring in a situational lefty to get one out.
Okay.
You got to get 27, but they all count. Sid, 5 chicken nuggets.
Thank you for the assist, Sid.
It was definitely a secondary assist, not the primary assist, but thank you.
The girls are, y'all are free to leave now. Thank you for your participation. I know y'all have a very important dinner to get to.
They might have to work.
Oh, yeah. We have something coming up right at the end of the show.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I listened to the Travion Williams and Trey Mason interview that we did on TexAgs Live today, and it got me to think, you mentioned, you were talking about Jose Ramirez earlier as like the most underrated, underappreciated player in the league this year. He might be the most underrated and underappreciated player of his generation.
Travion Williams?
No, Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez.
You described Jose Ramirez that way. And it got me to thinking about Travion Williams. Even though he's got the single season rushing total record at Texas A&M, when you think about like, you're going to make your all-time Texas A&M team, for whatever reason, Travion's name doesn't come up that often when you talk running backs.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Trying to think like who were the guys that came before him, right? There weren't really that many great. I mean, I know C-Mike and Sci-Fi, like the 2000. Like I'm talking about just before him.
Oh,
I'm not going back to the 90s, right? With Leland McElroy and all them.
Greg
like those
Hill, Rodney Thomas,
those are legends, right?
Darren Lewis, Curtis
those aren't
Dickey,
underrated. Like you don't forget about those guys.
Bubba Bean, all those guys.
But like from Sci-Fi and C-Mike until Travion, who was your guy, right? Like,
let's not forget this. Trey Carson was a 1,000-yard back.
Trey Carson was really good.
Ben Molina,
the cash out king.
Yes.
Do you guys remember? It was after. It would have been. No, wait, no. It would have been before Travion. Keith Ford.
Those were the late Sumlin era backs, and Travion bridged the gap between Sumlin and Jimbo.
Jay Sean Corbin.
Yeah, that kick return. That was a Jimbo. Yeah. I mean, there was times that Kwame Etwe, he was getting some burn. But yeah, I think between that group with Cyrus Gray and Kristen Michael, unless I'm missing somebody, Trey Carson had an outstanding season. Then you had Keith Ford, but Travion would be the next big one. But it's just funny to me that for the season that he had in 2018, nobody talks about him as, if I had to pick one running back in my all-time A&M team, they don't go with Travion. As a matter of fact, a lot of them would probably pick A-Chain ahead of Travion.
And probably Isaiah Spiller too.
Ahead of Travion?
It'd be close.
It would be. I would personally take Travion over Spiller.
Travion was so reliable.
Yeah.
What about Le'Veon over Travion?
I need more out of Lev. I hope at the end of the season that we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see what NFL scouts say.
Yeah, I just don't think that you're going to base your decision on, like, these are for A&M fans. These are A&M fan questions, right? You're going to build your all-time team. If you got to pick 3 running backs, I think a lot of folks would give Travion a shout there. But it kind of depends on when you graduated too, right?
True.
If you're an older ag, you're going to go back to Rodney Thomas and Greg Hill and Leland. Maybe even.
If you're a really, really old ag, you're going all the way back to John David Crow.
Or, Bubba Bean, Curtis Dickey, Darren Lewis. Darren Lewis, all-time leading rusher at A&M.
Bubba Bean, speaking of Bubba Bean, that's relevant right now because A&M's going to wear those 75 throwbacks against Florida.
2 weeks, right?
Yeah, against Florida on October 11th. Bubba Bean was the first Aggie to ever appear on Sports Illustrated.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Because they beat Texas that year.
That's right. Is that 75?
That was 1975. Yep. They want to share the Southwest Conference.
That was when they played Texas. Was not the last game of the season. They beat Texas.
ABC moved
and they lost Arkansas.
Yes, and they lost Arkansas. If that game doesn't get rescheduled, very good chance A&M's playing for a national championship. They were second in the country when they beat Texas and when they played Arkansas.
We were just talking underrated running backs. May I interest you with one of my favorite underrated A&M wide receivers, Easy Wachiku. Love that guy.
He had a good career that was highlighted by that fantastic 2012 season with Johnny and everybody.
I want to talk about somebody who's underrated and easily forgotten, and he shouldn't be because he is an all-time great, and he's all over the Texas A&M receiving record book.
Josh Reynolds.
Jeff Fuller.
Jeff Fuller, yeah.
Jeff Fuller is a legend. Is he asleep?
No, he's awake. Jeff Fuller, I would put Josh Reynolds ahead of Jeff Fuller in my all-time A&M receiver rankings. But Jeff Fuller was at the 2009 or 10 season where his senior season he came back and didn't go to the NFL and struggled. There was a period in that year I remember, like the only things he caught consistently were one-handed catches. Like he was ripping down one-handers, but was struggling catching the football with two. Like these routine like out route throws that hit him in the chest, he was fumbling them and dropping them. But he'd go over the middle and pluck one out of the air one-handed, and everybody's like, "How does this happen?" But it was kind of like maybe not like a continuous theme, but something that happened far too often that made you go, "What really happened?" But Jeff Fuller, he does have his name in quite a few of the records at A&M, but I still think Josh Reynolds is a better player that's far more underappreciated, in my opinion.
It's a good pull. It's good. It's good. Good opinion.
But to go back to Travion,
Josh Reynolds, man.
Josh Reynolds was a
good
beast,
player
dude.
here. And I'm sorry for doing it, but if Josh Reynolds catches a pass in Santa Clara in 2023, the Lions are playing for a Super Bowl.
God, this guy and his pros teams.
It's the Lions. They'd never even sniffed it.
The Josh Reynolds Trevor Knight connection in 2016 was electric.
Yeah,
that 2016 team was pretty
that
good.
Team was so good.
Stop anybody.
If they I'm still of the belief if Trevor Knight didn't get hurt in that Mississippi State game in Starkville, then A&M as that was a good team. That was a really good team.
Christian
they could have done
team.
something. They could have gone. They would have been in a New Year's Six bowl if he didn't get hurt. I think.
Remember that first game? They needed overtime to beat UCLA.
Oh yeah, it was the Josh Rosen 50,000.
Yeah, Josh Rosen was like, and he did this right before throwing an interception.
They also had that was the walk-off interception in overtime against Tennessee.
Yeah, this was the last time A&M started 6-0.
Armani Watts picked off Josh Dobbs, I believe.
Yeah, Josh Dobbs was the quarterback.
Alvin Kamara was on that team as well.
He had a crazy catch and run.
Alvin Kamara killed us that game. He had like 300 all-purpose yards almost and like 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Who was the big outside receiver? The one that caught the Hail Mary?
Jawan Jennings.
Jawan Jennings. He's still.
Yes.
Is he with the Saints?
He's with the Niners.
They had another running back. Like Kamara was the second guy on that team. They had another guy was the main dude, and he was hurt the week A&M played him, and then he transferred to Baylor. I'm trying to remember. Hurd.
I don't remember that. You had to look it up.
That sounds somewhat familiar.
Anyway, so Travion, I loved seeing him on the show earlier. He's just such a good dude, and he's made a really good living for himself, bouncing around the NFL. Has never been a featured back.
Jalen Hurd was his name.
Okay,
and then he transferred to Baylor, sat out 17. He was a wide receiver for the Bears in 18.
Okay,
Jalen Hurd.
I'm going to look this up real quick before the end of the show. I want to see Travion.
Travion was great in that interview. Was great in that interview as well. Great interview.
Checking his career earnings here. This is a guy that's been essentially a career special teamer, kick returner. Doesn't have many carries. Has never been a featured back. He's currently on a 1-year deal for free agent deal with the Browns for $1.17 million. Let's see if I can find. He's got year-by-year contract terms. Where are we? Career earnings right here. He's been in the league for 6 years and has made over $5.5 million.
That'll play.
Pretty good, man.
That'll play.
Pretty good.
That'll play.
All right.
How many times David Nunez winnings did he make?
Oh, that's some math you're gonna have to do. We are done for the week.
Jamar Toombs in the chat. Nice
Jamar Toombs was a legend there for a little bit. How many people would, just for nostalgia purposes and fun purpose, would put Javorsky Lane in their all-time A&M team?
I would.
I totally would.
Specialty back?
Javorsky Lane was the first running back I ever remember watching at A&M.
The J Train, baby.
The J Train.
We went to that Alamo Bowl, my dad and I, against Penn State. Not a great look for Javorsky. But Stephen McGee was the first quarterback that I remember watching and truly liking.
And now you host a segment with him.
And now I know him, and it's I can't believe I idolized this guy. He's such a buffoon.
McGee, you're a legend. Happy birthday, dude. We are on a 94.5-hour break. We'll be back next Tuesday. TexAgs Live coming to you tomorrow from the studio right here to our right tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Have a good weekend and beat the hell out of Auburn.